keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Alright, Libras. Let's see what y'all got going on this week. See if I can get this sage lit. What do y'all got going on? Alright, what is the strongest message that is wanting to come through for you this week? I keep hearing hold up, hold up, hold up. Like, don't go yet. Maybe it's a message to take a second look before you make like a final decision about something. We do have Mercury retrograde that starts on the 14th. So it's always a good idea during that period to like double check everything, double check your messages that you're sending, double check your, application, whatever you're, anything to do with communication. What is the strongest message that's wanting to come through for you? I don't know what the hell that is, but that is loud. I hope y'all can't hear that. I'm sorry. It's something outside. Okay, sorry. Yeah, there's definitely a need to take a step back and take a second look at something, or just double check everything before you finalize anything, because I feel like there's just a lot of distraction around you, or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. You're feeling like you need to hurry up and get it done, or you're feeling this rush. But so in that energy, just always make sure you're double checking, especially in retrograde period. We're also in a Venus retrograde too, and that does tend to bring, exes back. It tends to bring up any kind of old relationship issues. So just make sure that if any of that comes up, that you're really, looking at all sides of it. All right, so you have the dragonfly as your overall energy for the week. So the dragonfly is about a lot of communication coming in. It's a message about learning to be adaptable, especially in your thought process and in your communication. But it also means an energy that's very, very fleeting. I kind of feel like you have the rabbit and the wolf and the scorpion. I kind of feel like it might be that something has recently happened that is you were left in like a vulnerable situation, or somebody left you feeling very vulnerable, or you're just in a situation where you're feeling very protective of yourself. The Scorpion card does indicate going through a really intense transformation. It also indicates something that you're very passionate about. It indicates following your passion, but it also indicates being very triggered. For those of you who are close to like the Libra Scorpio cusp, you might already have that type of energy in you, where when something triggers you, if it triggers you the wrong way, you might have a tendency to kind of lash out. So just keep that in mind. I feel like there's something going on right now that has got you on guard, that's got you feeling very protective, maybe even very tense. It might be that somebody that you're connected to um, something has happened between you and this person where you're feeling very vulnerable. Um, just keep in mind, whatever this energy is a fleeting energy, and so the dragonfly is about being adaptable. It's also a message like understand that we are in this retrograde period, so there are tendencies to have communication problems because of misunderstandings or miscommunication. So that's something to keep in mind, that whatever this tense energy is that you're in right now is kind of a fleeting type of energy. So don't make any rash decisions while your emotions are intense. You do have the unicorn underneath that and the starfish. So what that indicates is that there's a possibility that you're being drawn to something that's just very flashy. Um, it's difficult. Yeah, okay. It's, you might be in this space where, especially when it comes to trusting your intuition, a lot of times people ask, how can you tell if it's my intuition talking to me, or if it's just wishful thinking, or if it's just fear, right? Well, anytime you're in any kind of tense energy, whether you're high on a high emotion or on a low emotion, or you're feeling nervous or you're feeling tense, it's difficult to really tap into your intuition in those energies. And so it's important to always like ground your energy before you really try to tap into your intuition. But also, when you get an intuitive message, if you're seeking guidance, or if you're seeking some kind of understanding, that intuitive message is going to resonate. Even if it's a negative message, it's going to resonate in the sense that you feel some sort of peace where you don't feel the need to keep questioning, right? If it's a message based out of fear, it's, you're going to keep going over and over and over and over and over. Like, you're not going to be able to let it go. And that is an obsessive thought, and that is a fear. When you're in those high emotions, when you're in those good feeling emotions, that's never a time to doubt your feelings. When you're feeling good, like, embrace feeling good. um I feel like you might be just kind of in this in between energy this week, where you're not sure if this is a strong intuitive message. You're not sure if this is somebody that you can trust. You're not sure what move to make. And so you're in this space where it's hard to tell what is light or what is just flashy and temporary. Um, you do have, again, I feel like there is a shift that you're going through, and so that is what part of this uncomfortable energy is. And the hummingbird is that message to keep returning to your source of light, to that source of peace. Find something within your day that feels good, that brings you that sense of calm or peace, or whatever feeling that you need, right? And when you find that you're feeling very tense, make it a point to go back to that happy space. Put a little space in your room to sit and meditate, or find a song that you really enjoy listening to. Just like find your happy place, and always like keep returning to that when you feel like you're second guessing yourself, or you're feeling uncertain, or you're feeling angry, or you're feeling frustrated. All right, let's see what else comes up for you. What is your energy coming into the week? All right, so you have the Ten of Swords. Give me one more. I feel like you're tired of waiting for something. There's a decision that you feel like you need to make, or there's something that you're feeling very indecisive about. And yeah, that's that energy where you're like, you keep searching for guidance, but it's like you feel like you're getting nowhere. It could be that you're waiting on communication from somebody and you're not getting that. It could even be that somebody has like sent you a pretty nasty message or said something very hateful to you, and you might be trying to act like it doesn't bother you. This card always reminds me of somebody who's um, not acknowledging how painful a situation really is. Yeah, let me keep going on this. Yeah, let me keep going. You're definitely dealing with conflict and communication this week. No communication, really defensive communication. If it's not communication with another person, it's like you're seeking some type of information in order to make a decision. You could be even watching a lot of tarot readings to try to, get guidance or insight. If that's the case, be mindful that you're not watching too many. Um, when you find a reading that resonates with you, or when you find a reader that resonates with you, like, stick with that reading and, like, stick with that. And then when you feel the need for guidance, to again go back to another one, right? A lot. I do this a lot. I'll get a reading and it will resonate and it will be really good, and then I'll want to watch another one to get that extra validation, right? Just in case that one was too good to be true. And so then I'll get in that loop of watching a bunch of readings. Well, when you start watching a bunch of different readings, you're gonna run into getting a bunch of different messages, and so it gets overwhelming. um or you'll watch a reading that won't resonate with you, that will trigger something in you, but you'll try to make it resonate. Um so just keep that in mind, um that you're not overloading yourself with trying to get guidance. Wow. Okay. This is really crazy. Okay, so I just want to point this out. This is your energy right now. Okay, you have the Ten of Swords, you have the Two of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. So look how tense this energy is, right? Um, this is like overwhelmed, overloaded. But if you look at what's around you, you have the Six of Cups and the Star card. You have the Six of Wands, you have the Temperance card. Everything going on around you is working in your favor. If this is about a soulmate connection that you're wanting to bring healing to, you do have the Star card, which does indicate healing. But the Star card and the Six of Cups is also a very vulnerable energy. And with the Six of Wands underneath it, the Six of Wands is about that need for validation. That's exactly what this is. And trust me, like, I run into this. I've done this before. I've done this a lot. There's a point when you're wanting to manifest something, or when there's something that you feel very passionately about, when there's a relationship that you feel very strongly about, um a dream, whatever that is. When we place, when something is important, like, we really connect ourselves to it, right? And when we don't see what we want, like, visibly in front of our face, we get into that, that needing validation, right? We go to tarot card readers, we overthink a situation, we try to see what could go wrong, what could go right. And the universe is telling you, like, everything is flowing together. It's just, we hate the fucking divine timing bullshit. But there is a purpose for divine timing. It's not even necessarily divine timing, but a matter of getting the energy in flow, right? When you're wanting to manifest something, being in any kind of extreme energy is not going to allow that to flow into your existence. So wanting to rush towards something is an extreme energy, and that's an energy out of fear anyway, right? So I feel like it might be that there's something that you're wanting to manifest, there's something that you're wanting to understand, there's something that you're wanting to bring healing to, and the universe is bringing this healing. It's just asking you to get in that space of trust, get in touch with your inner child. Let me keep going though, because when we consistently seek validation for something, it's not a bad thing to want validation, to want guidance, right? That's not a bad thing. But when um you know when somebody's like consistently like, am I pretty? Do you really think I'm pretty? But do you really think I'm pretty? Are you sure I'm pretty? Because my legs are a little bit chunky. You know what I mean? Like, once is enough. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, um, and we all get insecure when we want something really badly. We do want that validation, but I do think that for some of you, it's just a caution to kind of be mindful of looking for the answers and kind of be in that space of being open to allow the answers to come to you, because the answers might come in a different way. The guidance might come in a different way. The opportunity to move towards what you want might be different than what you expect. And so if you're looking at it to be a specific way, you're not going to be open, right? You good, baby? You need something? Silly. All right, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you do have the moon card, you have the high priestess. So there is this very uncertain energy. What you want is, not very clear to you right now. It could be that you're really uncertain about where you stand with another person. With the chariot card underneath that, you could just be really uncertain about your path forward, about what action to take. The moon kind of makes me feel like we do have a full moon coming up on the 17th. We are in Venus retrograde. We're in Mercury retrograde. That's kind of telling me to just be mindful of the energies that we're all dealing with right now. And so a lot of what you're feeling is kind of natural. The moon is kind of telling me to work with the moon cycles, to work with the planets and understand there is something that's hidden right now. There is something that is not being shown to you. But with the Ace of Swords, this is telling you that the clarity you're looking for is in your energetic field. You will gain the clarity that you need, but it's not coming in the way that you expect it to. Because I feel like whatever this is that you're wanting to manifest, whatever this shift is, I feel like it's requiring you to make a tweak in your energy or make a tweak in what you're manifesting. Anytime we're manifesting something new or manifesting change, we have to be willing to make those little tweaks. I also feel like for those of you, like intuitively, if you're trying to tap into your intuition, the hangman is asking you to surrender how you think that how you normally get information. Be open to new ways of getting information. Surrender to letting the universe guide you. Letting things come to you, because I feel like um, when you're looking at where you are right now, I definitely don't feel you're happy, especially in regards to another person. I feel like there's a lot of communication problems between you and another person. The Knight of Wands is like there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration, if this is in regards to a romantic relationship, I feel like you're both wanting some sort of validation from the other person, but you both are looking for validation in different ways, right? Your person is looking to be validated in the relationship in a completely different way than you are. And so that's where this miscommunication or this headbutting is coming from. But I feel like you're both kind of looking at the same issue. um the Knight of Wands is a message like to be mindful of your actions. Don't rush to take any fast action, but also at the same time be mindful of what's triggering that energy in you, because there's a message in that. There's a message in what triggers you. There, it's something that needs to be addressed. It's something that needs to be healed. It's something that you're passionate about. You know, we have to be able to, you know, embrace things that we're passionate about. So that's something to keep in mind. I know I'm talking like 100 fucking miles an hour. I'm so sorry. Um, you're definitely seeking some sort of clarity on something, but it's like something has got you so overwhelmed or feeling so vulnerable that when you're seeking the energy, you're in a lower vibe, and so you're getting the information that's matching that lower vibe. So that's just something to be mindful of. Give me some more clarity on this Four of Cups. The Sun card, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. If you're wanting a relationship to come together and it feels stagnant, the Sun card and the Nine of Pentacles is telling me that your guides are asking you to address your own needs right now. Not that this is not a connection that is meant to, you know, fall apart or anything like that. I just feel like there's a need for you to address your own needs, address taking care of yourself, address, you know, whatever is going on in your work. Ace of Wands, yeah. Yeah, especially if you're dealing with conflict with another person. Whatever is triggering you in this connection, it's almost like there's some... It's almost like there's a message in that you can benefit from. In what's triggering you. Like it's almost like a hint to like something you could make money off of, which I don't know how that makes any sense, but you know. Yeah, like acknowledging what is triggering you right now. Or for some of you, I just feel like you're struggling really expressing yourself. Because when it comes to communication with other people or with this person in particular, you're trying to like maintain balance. And so I feel like you're not able to really fully speak your truth. I kind of feel too for some of you that there's some kind of disconnect going on in your relationship. And it's like there's all this anger or frustration, but it's like that's the spark that is needed to get things going back in your relationship. For some of you, I'm hearing like this is what you manifested. You were saying that you wanted more spark in your relationship. So be more specific with what you're wanting to manifest, I guess. Give me a little bit more. Awakening, yeah. And Two of Cups and Eight of Swords. You're manifesting this relationship. This relationship is coming together, but there's an awakening. There's some kind of opening up to a new awareness that's going on with you and this person. I feel for you just as much as this person, but the awakening that you're both going through or the insight that you're both gaining is completely different because it's based on your own personal experiences. So I feel like if there's a disconnect between you and this person, it's because this is something that neither of you can really help the other person with. So if there is restriction in communication, if there does seem to be a disconnect, I feel like it's for a purpose. Like it needs to be this disconnect, because what you have is this beautiful, you're manifesting this beautiful relationship, but this awakening energy is something that needs to be addressed within your inner world and within this person's inner world, before moving forward. All right. I love you guys. Have a good week. Bye bye.